The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yardage. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football. He's got daylight. The 20, 10, and the Raiders are in for 6. Touchdown. As his guys are in for 6, and the Raiders able to extend that advantage. We talk about it a lot. One of the dangers of the long field goal, you got to kind of hit it low and drive it. That makes it susceptible to a block here. Not only do they block it, they return it.
And how about how well they did on the return where they didn't create a penalty? Oftentimes in that type of a scrambling situation, someone will clip, someone will block below the waist, right? You name it. In this case, though, that didn't happen. They formed it up, and he took it all the way back for a touchdown.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
At the 22-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Mahomes. This is Jeff Swain, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. Watkins. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Sammy Watkins with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point safely through, and that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well, as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. On 2nd and 12, Carr. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. Third down, Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark able to record his 5th sack of the season.
That's be exactly what they were looking for coming out to start the third quarter. Get a sack, get off the field, get the momentum going in their direction.
Get the ball back to your offense, right? Get that momentum because, hey, this lead is very, very slim. Returnable for Thomas. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. Now a first down carry here from McCoy. They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, 43, 15. No.
Mahomes going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Well, the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with McCoy. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. Mahomes now on first down. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. Sammy Watkins the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Credit the sack there to Arden Key. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. He's going to run, but he's got a
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
And the kick by Butker is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
At their own 25-yard line.
What now?
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Tighten up, tighten up. Hey, 734. Pilot, 64, weak. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Raider 1. Check.
Throwing now is Carr. The open man here, Renfro. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
53, Mike 53. Get the ball.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. And he's got this complete to Bellamy. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Hey, guys, watch 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
White. 694. 53, Mike. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Frank Clark in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Darr now as he's on to punt for Oakland. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. And at least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Not the best of plays there as a quarterback. You're right-handed, rolling left, trying to throw it that far downfield.
I remember a coach of mine saying, son, that's the equivalent of trying to get the car keys out of your pocket with your opposite hand while you're trying to run. You just can't do it.
Now after the INT, it's Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Second year in Oakland for Walter after being signed off the Ravens practice squad, but only 6 catches, 75 yards a season ago. Then he got a lot of hype in the offseason following OTAs. Their offensive coordinator saying, yeah, Darren, you have that position. Coach Gruden went as far as to say, Darren, you have the chance of a lifetime here. Well, now it's time for Darren Waller to go out there and prove it. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Once again, it's Jacobs. Anthony Hitchens, second in the AFC in tackles last year, there to bring him down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Here's Carr. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off here by Anthony Hitchens. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
I know they didn't tack on the 2 points, but I liked their attempt. After the interception return for a touchdown, I was thinking to myself, forget kicking it, go for 2, and they did.
Well, yeah, and everybody's scrambling. Maybe you catch the defense on their heels. They weren't ready to be out there.
Yeah, it's almost like a sudden change, right? There's a turnover, you take it away, they stuck it in the end zone, keep the momentum going. Give credit to the defensive guys for rallying and stopping that 2-point attempt.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Carr now to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Zay Jones was the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
Back to the air on second down. It's Carr. Open man there. That's Bellamy. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Carr going to try and throw on third down. Finds his target. It's Bellamy. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
First down, Raiders.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10.
Check 31, check 31. 49, check 49, check 49. Protein spill.
Again, it's Carr. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. He goes 102 yards from one end zone to the other as his guys are back within a single score. And that big fourth quarter return, Charles, makes this a one-score game.
And now it all comes down to philosophy. All right, they just had a big return for a touchdown, so the momentum is high. Do you want to ride that and go for two? Or do you just go ahead and kick the extra point and come back and rely on your defense?
Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, there goes your lead.
Have to be extremely happy with their defense. They received the gift, that takeaway. Even though they're deep in their own territory, now they have the football. And you know there's always that alpha on defense, that grouchy guy. Forget what the coaches said. I'll guarantee you, he told the quarterback, we just took care of you. Now you take care of us.
And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And now defensively they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on 3rd down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
Switch. Pilot, 64, weak. 55 is my guy, 55. Watch the backer. 15. Mike, 55.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Looking left sideline, incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Watch tight end's right. Watch tight end's right.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Looking again for Watkins, and this time that's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. 66 yards.
That's another Kansas City Chiefs. 1st down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They come up in an offset eye. It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. The point after is good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Well, this at least is the right idea. I think they've got to get the tight end more involved.
He had just 1 target in the first half, incomplete. Now incomplete here with the first target of the second half.
Yeah, should not stop them at all from going back to him, though. Find him. Find him.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 2.
Carr to throw for it on 4th down. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Focus, defense, focus.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 25-yard line.
Yellow. Lost the run. Got double tight. Double tight. 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Kansas City, they continue to make their 9-3.